Welcome back to the Bacon Lodge. I'm Josh, and today we're working on this wonderful Skidoo that I bought. I started a video of this, of kind of checking it out and making sure what was functional on it, what wasn't functional on it, and cleaning it up. I'm not going to show you the video because I found a couple of things on it that are going to make me not fix this sled. I was really kind of teetering on a couple ideas on what to do with it, but what this video now is going to be is tearing it apart and saving what parts are still worth money on it, and either keeping them for other repairs for other snowmobiles or trying to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the few things that I found on it that make me not want to replace. So I got the sled flipped over, as you can see on the side, and I didn't notice it, but there's a bunch of studs ripped out of the track. I could see 3 in this section of the track by itself. What it does is just weakens the track itself. Now, especially this one here, it's actually tore through in the connecting area. So I would not trust the track to run. Also, there's been a hit here that's already been welded, but it does go up into the engine compartment. A couple little dents here and there. That kind of makes me not want to fix it. So, like I said, what we're going to do now is we're going to take it apart and save what is still worthwhile on it. Okay, so that was a video of taking off the, cowling, speedometer, and handlebar. You can see what it kind of looks like now. Those are pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing really special about removing those. It's just a few bolts and Torx and Phillips. So I'm going to keep going though. Basically, I'm just going to try to work my way top down, and then when we get into the clutches and stuff, I'll do a little bit more in depth. Okay, so as you just watched me do, evidently I've never actually ripped out a oil tank on one of these, but it's easier if you remove the gas tank first. So, but I did wiggle it out of there. If I was planning on keeping it, I probably wouldn't have done that, but I don't think I broke anything. So, but just for future reference, if you remove the oil tank, remove the fuel tank first. It seems like it'd be a lot easier. So I guess the next thing to remove would be the fuel tank. So we got the seat off. The radiator hose is disconnected from the top. Now we're going to work on getting the fuel pump, oil pump, radiator overflow, and all that stuff out. Now I'm just going to get the rest of the electronics off. I got the computer and the rest of the harness in the back. We'll get those off, and then we'll start probably tearing into the clutches. I've already pulled the drain out of the chain case to get as much oil as I possibly can out of it, and now we're going to start working on disassembling this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the brake caliper off because I'm disassembling this whole thing, and it makes it a little bit easier to work on the brake and jack shaft. There's a little lock here. Okay, get underneath it. There we go. You got to bend out of the way. Should be one of this one too. There is. It looks like just the one bent. Okay, that's being a little bit of a pain in my ass, but I got this convenient breaker bar here, so we'll see if I can persuade it. I can. Okay. Slip the caliper off. I put the bolts with the holder back in there. That way, if we ever need them in the future, we know where they are and where they go. Pretty sure it's a 10. Of course it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Now that you're in your chain case here, I'm going to pull this cotter pin. So you got to straighten it around. I wouldn't use this long of a cotter pin because, well, that's just ridiculous. Somebody was in here working and that's all they had. Inch and 3/16 in case you care. Probably metric, but that's what I had was inch 3/16. Okay, now that we got that off of there, we're going to back out the chain tensioner. Just enough to get the chain off. Let's rock it off. I believe next thing we need to do is there's 2 bolts there, and we're going to remove those, and pretty sure that'll remove it. I'm going to mail it and give it a whack. I think that's all you got to do. Taking it all apart anyhow, so I might as well just do it. That should be on there further than that. Pretty sure. Tough. So this probably isn't how you're supposed to do this, but I'm going to remove the entire chain case, and then we'll figure out why this brake isn't coming off, because I think that brake should just slide off. We'll figure it out, I guess. We'll do it together. Here, remove the 3 bolts. Now I'm just going to use a pry bar and gently push it from the back. You not to break anything. Let's slide it off. I think I'm going to. There we go. It's been a long time since I took one of these apart. Pretty sure that's why that one's like that. Okay, chain case is out. I'm going to put all the parts back to that in a minute. Now, why won't you come off? There's nothing holding you. Okay, this might be wrong, but as far as I can see from looking online, this is supposed to just be able to slip off. So I think it might be kind of fused to it, so I'm going to heat it up a little bit and try to bang it off. Whew. Okay, I got that off. I'm going to clean up some stuff and then move on to the next part. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure I should be able to just pull this out. That's what I thought last time, so. Oh, hey. There's your secondary clutch and jack shaft. Okay, so without you guys, I took this nose cone off. It's pretty simple. There's just 8 rivets that you just drill out. It's not that exciting, so I didn't really think that you needed to see it. Now we're going to keep working our way down on it. I'm going to take off all these upper rails and stuff, and we're going to go through the suspension and get that all off through. As you can see, the whole, I guess, upper structure is gone now. So now we're going to start tearing apart the steering. I'm trying to get you in there, and I won't block you too much. pretty much got everything out of the top of this thing that I can do from this side. Now, my thought was I'm just going to flip it over and pull the rest of the suspension out in one piece, and then we'll work on pulling the skid out. The track is garbage, so I'm just going to cut the track in half and rip it out. And then we'll see if I want to keep going down from there, if I want to take it down to just the radiator in the back tunnel, or if we just want to be done. Next step, I think, like I said, I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to take the suspension off. You can see the one bushing is seized in there on the bottom there. That's why I beat the crap out of it and pulled that bracket off. Or I'm trying to pull the bracket off. And then the one up here, that one's seized as well. So I think I'm going to have to cut it with something else. Now we got to remove this track, and I'm going to do it the easiest way, and I don't know how, is just cut it off, because it's already got a bunch of tears in it. There's 1, 2, 3 rip outs that I can see from here. I'm sure there's more where I can't see them. So it's pretty simple. You just cut through it. Okay, so I think that's as far as I'm going to end up taking this. The traction skid, whatever you want to call it. Most people call it skid because that's what it is. And the drive sprocket, I'm just going to leave in there for now. I think I'm going to save this carcass in case other sleds break and we need them. Basically from the bulkhead back, so the radiators are all good and the side supports are all good and the tunnel is all good. So if I find one that has like the back end all screwed up, I can just basically take off the front end and put it on this one. So that's as far as we're going to be taking the sled down. You can see all the parts that I did get out of it here. That's pretty much it for this one. We're going to actually bought another sled already that I'm going to be making another video about. It's a similar sled to this one. It's the same Rev platform. We're going to go from there. Hopefully you guys are liking this. And if you do, please give me a comment. Let me know. I appreciate you watching this. I know this is kind of a different one. It wasn't really where I planned on this going, but that's where it ended up going. So that's where we went with it. Once again, thank you for watching this. May God bless you and you have a great day.